Hi class. Remember a few weeks ago we started talking about the solar system and how it's all connected. The sun, the moon, earth, they're all related and important for us to live. Do you remember that? Yeah, it's important. So today we will be talking about our sun and how it's important for us to live. It is really important. Okay, and the different layers of the sun. So first, I've given you guys a few papers with some questions. We will talk about them together as a class, but I also want you to put them down in your notes so you can save and study and remember and look back later, okay? Okay, so first question. Why do you think the sun is important? What do you think? What does the sun give us? In the mornings when we wake up, is it dark outside? No. Yeah, it's sunny. Sometimes. Some days the clouds are covering and make it dark, right? But most days the sun is out and giving us light, right? Yeah. So the sun gives us light. So number one answer is gives us light. So you can go ahead and copy that, put it down, okay? The sun gives us light. Okay. Number two. What are some positive effects the sun has for us? For example, I'm going to give you one example and then I want you guys to come up with your own. For example, the sun, the light it gives us, helps our plants grow. Right, it helps our plants grow. And then we can eat those plants and vegetables and fruit. So that's one positive. What's another positive thing the sun does for us? Let's think about that. Right, it helps our weather, right? Some days we have hot weather. The sun is hot. Other days, is it hot? Like today? No, it's cold. Right, and it changes. Did you know the earth, when it moves in the sun, right here, and it moves around, it starts changing from winter to summer when we're closer to the sun? Yeah, so it affects our weather. What's one more positive thing the sun does for us? The third one. Jeremy, can you tell me something? She said weather already. Plants grow. That can't happen. Right, that kind of goes with the plants growing, but it helps, yes. So it helps our trees grow, which means what? If we didn't have trees, what would happen? We can't breathe. Right, we can't breathe. So without the sun, our plants would not grow, and then we cannot breathe. That's good. Okay, let's practice writing a sentence down about that, okay? So the first one was, I said, helps the plants grow. Right. And the second one, changes weather. Whose weather? Earth, Mars, The moon's. Earth's. Earth's weather. Right. Changes Earth's weather. Okay. The third one, helps breathe. What's that? What do we breathe in? What's that called? Remember we talked about that in science? What's what we breathe called? And you remember? Yeah, oxygen. Oxygen. So what does it help with? Or give us? Helps give us oxygen. Good. Okay, so you should have those 3 things written down. Okay? So copy that. Third question. This one's a tough one we have to think about. What would happen Sorry. What would happen if one day our sun stopped and died? What do you think would happen to our Earth? Do you think we can continue living? Jonathan, what do you think? There'd be no light. No, it'd be dark. Yeah, no light. What else do you think would happen? What would happen to our plants? Remember I told you the sun, it helps our plants grow. So what would happen if there was no sun? The plants would die. Yeah, our plants would die. And what do we need to breathe? Trees. Are trees a plant? Yeah. So do you think we could breathe? No, we can't breathe. Another thing that I thought about, we would not have any energy. No energy. Did you guys know the sun gives us energy? Do you know the light in your house is from energy from the sun? You know your stove in your house from energy from the sun? Yeah. What else is energy from this? What else uses energy? Cars uses energy. So, do you think we could continue living? Do you know that the sun gives us heat too? So during the day when it's not freezing, it's because the sun. So what would happen here on Earth? Everything would freeze. It would freeze. It'd be so cold. Do you think we can continue living? No. Right. So let's think. 3 things we can summarize. No plants. So let's do a sentence. Let's start with the article. Remember what's an important article we can start with? The. What's next in our sentences? A noun. Noun. What's the noun? Plants. What's our verb? Our verb. Stop. So, would stop. Growing. Growing. we would get frozen or become frozen. I think 2 is enough. The plants would stop growing. We would become frozen. Yeah, there's some things. We talked about a lot of things, but there's some things that would happen. Okay, now we know a little bit about what would happen here on Earth if the sun were to die, or how the sun helps us. Now I want you guys to learn a few important words that you need to know before we start our lesson, okay? First, Milky Way. The Milky Way. That's where our Earth is. It looks like this. Weird, right? Yeah, so our Earth is a little speck in the Milky Way. Okay, another word, important word, is called hydrogen. It's like a gas. You can catch on fire and you can't see it. Does not have a smell. It doesn't have a color. Nothing, you can't. It's hard. It's in water, but you can't see it. So it's called hydrogen. Next, nuclear. It can create bombs. It's what we use to create bombs. And that nuclear is on the sun too. Next is planetismals. Planetismals. That is how some scientists say our Earth was created. Some people don't believe that. Some people do. It's from a theory. So there's no proof. They're not 100% sure. But some scientists believe our Earth came from planetismals. Okay, have any of you ever seen a solar eclipse? It looks like this. It happens when the moon and the sun and Earth are all passing between each other. So you have the moon and the sun, and Earth is here. Okay? Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. You have the sun, the moon, it's right here, the sun, and Earth is here. And they're all between each other. And it gets dark. The moon, you can see the sun behind the moon. Prominence, that's a big word, means to stand out. So if you see in the picture, you have the fire and flames coming out from the sun. It's called prominences. Sun spots. You can see it sometimes. You can't stare at the sun, but people can take pictures and scientists can take pictures and you can see the black spots on the sun. It's called sun spots. And that's it for a few vocabulary words. Now together we are going to read about the different layers of the sun and how the sun works and how we get on Earth, get our light from the sun and energy from the sun. So we're going to go ahead and start reading our article. Okay?